I'm actually like this is day 5 of I'm new here. I'm Diane. Um, I am on day 5 of the cleanse at the
Mhm.
very beginning. And so I'm just starting, I'm really starting to detox. So I'm having a lot of symptoms and stuff like that. And I'm still trying to regulate, my food as far as, I mean, I've been eating a ton of fruit, but obviously, with what I was eating before, it's not filling enough. And so I'm having to put in more, vegetables or but even vegetables I'm having a hard time because at first I was just trying to do vegetables and
Mhm.
fruit and I was just feeling like I was hyperglycemic and just like I was just could not I could eat a mountain of food and I couldn't get full. And so I've been eating like a sweet potato or like a half avocado, and that's been helping. But I
Mhm.
wanted to ask about quinoa.
Yeah.
What is quinoa okay to use now? Can you do it during the 10-day emulsion?
Yeah, that's great. Wonderful question. So again, I always encourage first and foremost listening to your body and where you're at because
Mhm.
you're going to stages in which you're embracing this and stepping into this. And it's a
Mhm.
process step by step. And so I work to get about 80% fresh fruits and veggies. And then about 20% is where you can add in like that quinoa, um, other more filling foods that you're needing. And sometimes just adding that in, it actually allows you to go even deeper because you're like, wow, I'm satisfied, I'm getting nourished. Okay,
Mhm.
now my fresh fruits and veggies. So it really is about finding that great lifestyle balance for you. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I have a question, Rita.
Hi,
Hi, good morning.
morning.
Um, just about kidney filtration. Like I just finished my a detox, an immersion phase, and like the last several days, I've really been seeing the snowflakes in the urine. Um, but can you just talk a little bit about how we want our kidneys filtering? Would we be seeing snowflakes in our urine every day, or is it, I mean, what are we going for here? I don't see snowflakes every day, but I do see them from time to time, especially when I'm working hard on it. So just curious.
Great. You will get to the point, and like I said, it does take time. You will get to the point where it's consistently filtering, where you are seeing those snowflakes every single day. And at some point, I mean, you'll even get into different deposits in the body where there's, you know, you'll see like some of us have a rust color in our eyes. I don't know if any of you have ever seen somebody that has like this, it looks beautiful, like a beautiful orange rust brown in the eyes. That's actually sulfur buildup in the tissues. And so you start to see that color come out as well as you get deeper into your kidney filtration. So it's just going into different pockets in the body, and it would take a lifetime to really address every single thing in our body, from the tissue state, from what's in our lymphatic system, which is passed down multi-generationally. So that's why it's just this beautiful lifelong process. And yes, kidney filtration, the goal is that once you get them filtering as you have, and once you start to get them more consistently filtering, you'll have a breakthrough where they maintain that filtration. And it is something that you'll still have to support and maintain and work on. But once you get it to that point, it becomes just like the body's natural process again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. How else we doing out there? And yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone. One of my favorite days of the year.
You have been one of the best mamas on the planet.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, all the mamas are amazing, but I'm grateful for her. How are you doing, Jenny? Do you have questions?
I'm good. I was just gonna say happy Mother's Day. I do have a question. So I'm taking the Super Cleanse R for the second round, but I'm also taking some of the parasite tincture from Dr. Morse too. And that's been fine. The tincture's been fine, but I notice when I have the Super Cleanse R that a lot of times I get like a stomach ache, like I don't know if it's rustling something up there or if maybe I'm taking too much or just
Yeah, that's a
wondering what you thought.
Are you taking M or Parasite G from Dr. Morse?
M.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so with that super cleanser, it's doing two things. A, it's getting into different microbes that are not serving us, as well as like flukes and worms and things, which all of us have because their purpose is to break down excess protein in the body. And so all of the little like microbes, they have a purpose. It's just cleaning up waste in the body. Internally, we're cleaning up the waste. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. We're cleaning up the waste by getting the body alkaline, supporting that gut health, all of that. And then this actually addresses at that deeper level, any parasites that are not serving us and parasites really our mood, our emotional well-being, our nervous system, pain in the body, like how we feel. It's pretty remarkable what they have in our lives. And so this is getting in there and helping those to die off. And yet it's also working to move them through the bowels and eliminate them. And so the pain is, that movement, that extra movement that's happening. There's herbs in there to help that and assist that. And then B, that die off as well. And so you can slow it down. You can take less and go a little bit more easy and gentle. And just know it will pass, and things that you can help to kind of make it pass more quickly, like your grapes and your fresh fruits are super hydrating and they have that effect in the body.
Okay. Do you think it's like a parasite or is it maybe like Candida the reason?
Yeah, all of the above. Our bodies just has a whole diversity of different things in there.
Yeah.
Restoring that ecosystem, bringing it back. So yeah,
Right. I never thought like, people don't talk about parasites. You don't hear about them very much. Doctors don't really test for them or diagnose much. But after going through like the first one, even like I feel more like free, like I was like hijacked by like parasites and candida and stuff, and like getting that freedom back of being myself finally.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
Yeah. The same realization, my first parasite cleanse, you don't know any different, right? Before you have the parasite cleanse, because it's what we're used to, it's our norm. And then it's like all of a sudden you have this experience before your parasite cleanse and then this experience of yourself after. And for me, it was like a major emotional breakthrough and this freedom of like, oh, I am myself. I'm not craving sugars or doing these other things that aren't serving me and that were not for me. It was for the perpetuation of their life,
Right. And
the level of freedom is pretty beautiful coming home to yourself.
yeah, I love it. I'm very thankful to be doing this.
Awesome. I'm so happy for you. What day did you say you're on?
What is it, the 9th? So on day 41.
Amazing. So cool. I love it. I had a huge breakthrough on literally day 90, like just really working through the whole 90-day protocol at whatever capacity, just weaving those superfoods in throughout that time.
Yeah, I want to do 90 days. So I'm almost halfway there.
Yay. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for all your help.
My pleasure to see you.
Bye. We're gonna go for a hike, so I'm gonna hop off now. But thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Danielle. Do you have any questions?
Hi. I guess I could just ask quick. I am nearing the end of my third, so I've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 days left. I don't really know. I feel like, well, a couple weeks ago, I went on a vacation and I feel like I did a pretty good job. I was not perfect. Just didn't say it. I wasn't perfect. That's okay. I was okay with that. I went into it being okay with that. But I do feel like it slowed some things down.
Mhm.
I wasn't ridiculous, I promise. But now, like, my bowels aren't moving quite as well as they were before. And I just feel like my kidneys really, I mean, what little bits they had maybe started. I don't know that there's anything there. I did one this morning. I have it resting to see if there's anything. Um, I'm doing a lot of things, I feel like, for my adrenals. I'm gonna get nettle leaf tea. I haven't done that one yet, but I'm gonna get that one.
Great.
I'm on the Be Energetic. I'm on the white ginseng something blech, stuff. That's yucky. I do almost all fruits. I'm plant-based for sure. But lately, last like week, when even with the green shake, when I eat more than just a little bit at a time, my stomach is a ball of fire. And I've heard others talk about it, and I've gone back and listened to calls, and I'm trying to implement some of the things that you guys have suggested. I just figure, you called me out. So what would your like top 2 things be?
Yes. Okay. That's a great, great question. And so that fire can be that acidosis leaving. And that's up. So I don't know if you've gotten to try the Aloe Digest before, but I've had amazing success with that. And even including people that are dealing with like acidosis in the esophagus and that, that as well. It calms and cools, and like I've had people say it literally goes from like taking this internal fire and bringing it down to like this calm, almost like what's looking for fire extinguisher, So yeah, I would weave that in there, and that's just because it's cooling to those tissues, and it's also going to help grab onto any mucus congestion that's there and eliminate that and any acid congestion that's there. And the other thing I'd focus on is the green spectrum. Have you tried that yet?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I like the lemon flavor green spectrum, but that is just as alkaline as you can get. It is just pure veggies. Like imagine you went to the farmer's market and you got a ton of veggies and you juiced them all. That's what this is. It's just fresh, juiced, wind dehydrated. You just add it to some water and it's extremely alkalizing, and it's going to be more cleansing, more detoxing than like your power shake, but it's going to get to those deeper levels as well and address what's happening. So that's the focus. And then like what you have right now, if you have any like marshmallow root tea is amazing for that as well. Look that up. You can get that pretty much at any health food store, marshmallow root tea. And then another one is just like you are doing your fresh fruits, but just keep going on those grapes, because what it's doing is it's just like pulling those acids out of those tissues, taking it from a chronic suppressed state to an acute state where we feel it and it's very uncomfortable, but we want to remove them and get it all the way out. So it really is like walking backwards through that process of clearing out those tissues at a deeper level.
Okay, so I should consider it not a bad thing, just a difficult time going through a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. And keep going and weave in those different things, the green spectrum, the Aloe Digest, and the marshmallow root tea.
Okay, and I have the cocoa hydrate and the biofruit.
Perfect. Those are wonderful. Yeah. Those
Okay.
will rise Biofruit is going to get in there and clean up that lymphatic system, which is where those acids are stored. That's like the root cause. So that's going to be great. It's like astringent, it's cleansing, it's going to be addressing that. And then the cocoa hydrate has all of those alkaline electrolytes, which address that. So that's perfect. Yeah, leave that in.
Excellent. And I know I said it's the end of my 3rd month, but that doesn't mean I'm stopping here. My next one is on its way, and I just got to keep going. I'm not done yet. So and the ease, you talked about the ease of it. I told my husband, I said, to be able to just take this as my like to work business, I take all of I take my aminos in the morning before I go eat a bunch of fruit and drink some lemon water. I take it all to work with me, and I have my shake a little bit after I get to work. And then I just keep going through my motions, and I have fruit that I snack on all day long. And then when I get home, that's when then I start looking at like some sort of veggie dinner.
Well, beautiful. I'm so proud of you. That makes me incredibly happy because it's these tools that we're learning. I mean, they will feed us so far into the future. So congratulations. That's great work. And that's awesome that you're getting into those deeper stored acid deposits. It just, once you get to the other side of this, you'll just have a breakthrough.
I look forward to that day. Awesome. Happy Mother's Day, and thank you.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Hi, Rhea.
Hi there. I was kind of listening and cutting some stuff to make it into juice. Yeah, it's great I learned so much by listening to everybody and hearing what you're saying. So I'm feeling a lot of gratitude, and yeah, I'm, my journey's up and down, and my inflammation's pretty intense still. So
Yeah. What kidneys coming? Are they?
well, I still have flakes in my urine, pretty much every day in the
Right.
morning, but I keep wanting like this big flush. And I started typing in the chat, how do I get it to do the big dump? Like,
Yeah. It really also requires rest, which I know that you're working on and doing, and you're spending so much beautiful dedication time to your health. In our group, in our app, Regenerative Health app, we do have restorative yoga options, and I have one that is specific for adrenal health. That reset, it's like a reset to your adrenals, it's a reset to your nervous system that can open up and help to get those kidneys filtering and flushing.
oh, really? Okay. That's on your YouTube channel, or?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube. It's also in our Regenerative Health app in the Mighty Networks. You can go to the section, and we have a whole yoga meditation.
Okay. Okay, great. So, I mean, I'm doing some yoga, and I'm feeling like I'm getting some strength back and doing, I need to strengthen. I feel like my legs, because I'm in so much pain. It really helps with pain. But is that not? I mean, I feel really good in the morning. It's just by the time it's nighttime, it's just really intense. I wake up in just so much pain. So maybe a restorative practice later in the day, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Just that. And, so much of pain does come back to that adrenal health and nervous system health. So just keep working there. That, again, is a longer journey. It took me a couple of years to really rebuild my nervous system and my adrenals, because they were so shot. So just have that patience with yourself. And for me, it came back to nature, herbs, fruit, and restorative, like
Yeah.
deeper. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm getting a little, like, I'm loving the fruit, but part of me is kind of like, starting to kind of want other fruit a little bit, but I want to keep the kidneys filtering. So I'm a little torn with it,
Sometimes you just got to shake it up a little bit. And, if you need like a day or just a meal where you're like, okay, I'm trying something different, and then boom, you hop back on. the train. You know, just really figure out what that right balance is for you to.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a little bit of boredom or something.
I love inspirations. I don't know if you're ever on Instagram, but there's some beautiful like fruit inspirations, and it's like the colorscapes. I mean, Fully Raw Christine example. But that can just really kind of help is, and then in our group too, we, you know, sharing recipes and stuff to keep each other inspired.
Yeah. Well, I'm appreciating when I go for walks, all the flowers, the way they smell is like, I'm like, oh, this is my food. You know, I just take that as my food. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But would you suggest I continue with mono fruit? Just,
I would. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll switch it up. Like you're bored, switch it up. It's gonna be great. And then you can bring it back to that simplicity of the mono fruit to keep working on those kidneys at a deeper level. Mhm.
okay. Yeah. So, and do you think I might have a dump at some point? Did you, when you were going a little further, longer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. It'll
Okay.
come. You're like, oh, you're right there. You can also bump up your herbs. Again, I know that you've kind of had to bump them up and slow them down and bump them up, but bumping them up, if you're able to maintain that, you can try that again.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. I'll talk to you, I think, on Monday more about some stuff. So thank you.
Awesome. Bye,
Okay.
Rhea.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Hi, Diane. Did you have any questions?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, I believe I got all my questions
Oh.
answered.
Perfect. Yes. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone so much for being here, and have a beautiful Mother's Day, and chat with you soon. And again, do utilize those resources in our regenerative health app. You can just go to the little topics tab, and then it will scroll down everything from, you know, detox tips to recipes to yoga to a lot of different resources in there, and we're updating them all the time, so there's always new things in there. Awesome. Thank you all. Have a beautiful day.